So it's become a tradition on my channel that at the beginning of the season, I make some picks as to which athletes I think are going to do very well in this biathlon season. And now that the season's over, it's time to review my picks. What do you think? Did I do well? Did I make some poor picks? Or were they just kind of like, yeah, you know what? It's not a bad pick, not a good pick. Let's dive into it right now. How's it going, Biathlon fans? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brian Halligan. This is my YouTube channel about biathlon. Hit that subscribe button if you're a biathlon fan and you're looking for more biathlon content. Let's go.
So my first prediction is going to be Martin Ponsiluoma.
All right, Martin Ponsiluoma. Let me see here. I think this is going to be a good pick. He had a better shooting this season, 80% as opposed to 74. 74 last year was among the worst of his career, and the about 80% is a little bit more standard with what we know that he's capable of. And a big improvement in ski speed this year, which is actually incredible considering a lot of people were saying that he's the only person who can compete with Johannes Tingus Bo on the skis. And he even showed in the very last race of the season, he went with Bo on the last lap. So Ponsiluoma, big improvement just all the way around. But here is going to be the real question. Last year, boom, comes in 22nd overall. This year, 5th overall, fighting. A lot of people thought it was going to be Sebastian Samuelsson, but no, it was Martin Ponsiluoma who is the one fighting with the Norwegians. And then world champs, gets a second in the mass start, third in the relay with his Swedish brethren. So yeah, absolutely. Martin Ponsiluoma, that is a thumbs up of a pick, if I do say so myself.
My next breakthrough athlete prediction is going to be Felix Leitner from Austria.
All right, Felix Leitner. Now let's see here. He's actually been on the World Cup for quite a few years. I'm just realizing this now. He's still pretty young. I remember I raced this guy at Junior Worlds a couple years ago. He was kicking my butt, that's for sure. A little bit of a dip towards the middle of the season, kind of in the middle where you want the World Championships, and then a little bit of a bounce back towards the end of the season here. Let's see how he improved his shooting this year, actually to a career high of 89%. That's really good, actually. I didn't realize how good of a shooter he was. And he really improved in the standing this year. That's really good. Oh, but this is what you hate to see. Huge drop in ski speed this year. A little bit quicker shooting. Huge drop in ski speed this year. This is not this is a very bad trend, very bad trajectory for Felix Leitner here. Let's see, how did he do in terms of overall rank? Man, this is so surprising. 37th overall. I really thought he was in like the top 20 at least. But no, he went from about 30th last year, 29th, to now 37th. And he only raced 10 of the 21 races. I don't even recall him being out that much, whether COVID or sickness or whatnot, and did not even compete at World Champs. Wow, this is a big thumbs down of a pick, and I didn't even realize it. I thought Leitner was having a fine season. I guess I have not been paying that close attention to his season this year. Big thumbs down for Felix Leitner. That's just too bad. Maybe he was sick. Maybe he wasn't feeling well. I don't know what it was, but hopefully Leitner can come back next year and do better.
My next prediction for breakthrough athlete is going to be Tero Seppälä from Finland.
All right, Tero Seppälä. This is one that I really, really want to be a thumbs up. I really like Seppälä. This is a good sign. Good. The red line is trending up, which is what you like to see. Shooting rate. Oof, this is tough. He's not the fastest skier, so the fact that his shooting already went down, that is not a good sign. And actually, a lot of it came from the prone. His standing was actually a little bit better than last year, but didn't shoot as well in the prone this season. And as a guy who's not the fastest skier, you're going to really need every shot you can get. And then even look at this, his skiing. Actually, it did improve against the median skier, but against the top 30 skier, he actually went down a little bit. And then because of Bo and his incredible ski speed this year, pretty much everyone lost time to the top 10. And it's kind of funny. Everyone I've seen so far, they're shooting faster this year. I don't know what that's all about. But all right, so Tero, not the fastest skier, lost a little bit on the skis, and then his shooting percentage went down. How did his season go? Yeah, and sure enough, last year he finished 12th, and then this year finished 29th, and only participated in 14 out of 21 races. That seems surprising to me. I think I don't know what's going on here. I did not hear anything about that, but I mean, that will definitely lead to not finishing as well. I mean, last year he was on the cusp of the top 10, and I really thought that this year, maybe if he could have another solid season, he could break into that top 10. But yeah, just no go for Tero. Also, last year he participated in all the mass starts, where this year he only participated in one of the mass starts. So that's actually pretty interesting because you need basically how the mass starts work is you either need to be in the top 15 overall in rank, or they take the next five. I'm sorry, the top 20 or 25. I forget what it is, but everyone towards the front of the overall ranking gets a spot, and then they fill the field with whoever's doing well that particular weekend. So maybe he just had bad races on the days or on the weekends that they had mass starts, and he just didn't get that start spot, which is just too bad. World Championships, 10th in the mass start. So the one mass start that he did do, he did have a decent result, but um, yeah, just barely cracking the top 20 in the individual. Um, and if I recall correctly, I think I had him picked for a individual medal, like a kind of surprise individual medal in my fantasy league for Oberhof individual, but obviously that didn't pan out. So uh, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go thumbs down on Tero Seppälä. I want this to be like a neutral pick, but just all the way around, just wasn't a good season. He dropped so far in the overall ranking. This has to be a thumbs down, unfortunately for me.
Next breakthrough athlete is going to be Roman Rees from Germany.
All right, Roman Rees. Here we go. Now, I recall from my video this fall that Roman is a really good shooter, and I kind of had him pegged to be doing well in the individual competition. So let's see how he did shooting hit rate, even as a good shooter, shooting 90 or 89%. He bumped that up to 90%. With really upping his standing shooting here up to 88%. So good. He was able to close the door, starts the race off really well with a solid above 90% prone, and then he can close the door with a really solid standing. Whoa, ski speed is way up this year. I did not see this coming. I thought he was going to be a surprise from the back just for his shooting, but his ski speed bumped way up this year to the point where he's actually about as fast as the top 30 median back. So basically, what this means is they're comparing their ski time as a percent back from the top 30 median or 15th place. So basically, he's skiing about 15th fastest ski time every single race. So let's see, how did he do? I'm betting that he jumped way up in the standings. Heck yes, he did. Look at this. Last year he was 16th overall. Oops, I did not mean to click that. We're going to go back. Last year he was 16th overall, and now this year he's 9th overall. World Championships, not that great a performance, but hey, Roman Rees, I mean, this is definitely a thumbs up coming from like a guy who's 16th overall to top 10. How did he do in the individual rank? He finished 4th. So he was in the hunt for the individual medal as well. So definitely a thumbs up for Roman Rees. I called it.
All right, my last prediction for Breakthrough Athlete of the Year is going to be Fabien Claude from France.
All right, and we might as well just save the best for last. Fabien Claude, another guy that I almost said I was competitive with when I was a junior. I was not competitive with this dude at all. These guys were so far ahead of me. But another guy I competed against when I was a junior. And look at this red line. Just for the last 2.5 seasons, just continually rising very slowly. Let's see, how did Fabien Claude do? 83% shooting, so still that's about standard on the World Cup. You want to see that jump to an 85, and you're starting to get into elite mode here. But look at this. He was below 80 last year, and this year he's up to 83. So that little percentage could be the kicker for him. And then he also just continually, slowly improving that ski speed. We know he's a good skier. I mean, against the top 10, he's competitive, but against the average skier, he's so fast. Yeah, Fabien Claude, I'm willing to bet this is going to be. Look at that, and he also improved. He's gone. When he first joined the World Cup, not many races, getting a few start spots, but then boom, solid year, and then best year yet. Finished 5th in the pursuit score, finished 6th in the mass start score. So he likes those head-to-head competitions. But 10th overall, this is going to be a big thumbs up for Fabien Claude. And then he also got the gold in the relay when France did very well in the relay at World Championships. Unfortunately, no individual medals at World Champs. He did have a 8th in the mass start. But hey, Fabien Claude, that is a thumbs up. And I think I did pretty well this year with my predictions. All right, folks, how did your picks do? Did you make some absolute banger picks or did all your picks end up being a flop? I got to admit, I think the pick that I completely missed this year was Nicholas Hartwig. His season was absolutely incredible. Started the season with a silver medal and ended the season with a silver medal. But Nicholas Hartwig coming in, what, like 11th overall? Absolutely great season, as well as Tommaso Giacomelli. I mean, those two guys are young guys, bright futures that we're going to be looking forward to. So let me know in the comments down below how you did. If you enjoyed this content or if you're a biathlon fan, hit that subscribe button. And until next time, we'll see ya.